Okay, my name is Dominic. I'm an accredited family mediator, a parenting coordinator, and a co-parenting coach. My interest from early on has always been in how to help families who go through transition, such as separation and divorce, move on with their lives, continue their roles as parents, and continue functioning as a family. And avoid getting into litigious battles, frequently going to court, finding much more constructive solutions for the problems that they face because of family rupture or separation or divorce that they had to deal with. Parenting coordination is a relatively new service. It's an alternative dispute resolution process, essentially. It's child-focused. It works with the most high conflict families. In any separation or divorce, there's a certain amount of conflict that as mediators we deal with, as counselors. But at a certain point, when we reach a very high level of conflict, it becomes very difficult to help these families continue, and these parents to continue in their roles as parents, and then in their responsibilities as parents towards their children. Children usually do very, very poorly in these kinds of circumstances. When they're caught in the middle of high conflict or in a lot of high conflict between their parents, most of these high conflict parents don't avail themselves of mediation. And if they do, it usually doesn't work, because they either stop because it's a voluntary process, or one person is much more involved than the other. And in the end, the mediators find themselves just unable to sort of help these parents come to some kind of agreement. When they do go to court, and usually it's quite often, okay, and that's one of the problems with these parents, with high conflict parents, is the fact that they use a lot of time in the court, and it's very expensive, not only for them but for the court system. But it's for sometimes the most banal reasons that they go back. I can think of a situation where a shoe wasn't returned, and from that simple, situation, it escalated into a court battle. So, what is parenting coordination? Well, parenting coordination, as I mentioned before, is an alternative dispute resolution process. Okay, it's child-focused, works with very high conflict families, and usually the objectives are to help parents, once they have a parenting plan or judgment, okay, to help them implement it, which is usually a problem with these individuals. And they represent about 15% of all parents who go through separation and divorce. And so whenever it is a problem in implementing a court judgment, what happens? They go back to court. So with a parenting coordinator being involved, and usually they're assigned by a judge, the mandate, which is over a period of 1.5 years, usually, with and it's a contract that's signed by both parents. Rather than go back to court, the parenting coordinator is the person that, through mediation techniques, through counseling techniques, through various psychoeducational, strategies and whatever, helps the parents to find other ways or other solutions, much like a mediator does, but in a way that obliges the parents to stay with the process. So there's a flexibility of roles that a parenting coordinator, that makes a parenting coordinator better able to sort of meet the needs of parents.